Hi, James.
Listen, Ben, you gotta vote for me for President of the United States in 2029. Everything's gonna be fine, and I'm gonna give every American a one-time payout of 11 cents to stimulate the economy. Yeah, brother! All right, friendly fans, we brought him back. You've seen him once, you've seen him twice. This is back for the third time. Jonas, who is back on the Friendly Men?
Do you know this man?
We got our guys James and Dwayne Steeler.
They stole my heart.
Can't fool me in real life because I don't have a soft side.
Steal a whip. I thought the wolf was retired. Do you know this man?
I got your bestie right here, bitch.
Ooh.
Yeah, fuck yeah, we did. And what did they do, Jonas? What they just came up with this amazing project? What did they do?
Ooh, I don't even know where to begin with this, man. I mean, here's the thing. James and I, James Eats, my partner, we've been waiting for this for how long? How long would you say, James, that we've been waiting for this shit?
Over a year.
Over a year.
Came...
I remember bugging James. I remember asking, I'm like, dude, have you talked to Dwayne? What's up with the whole, when's the whole Steeler Wick thing coming out? You know, because I remember Dwayne telling me something about it. We're going live, you know.
I remember that actually.
Yeah, and he mentioned, when he mentioned that idea, James and I fell in love with the idea. We're like, okay, we got to see this. I mean, we have to see this. We've seen all of the rest of Dwayne's stuff too.
I really like monsters and creatures, but I love nudes.
Oh. Salute.
Salute.
But this idea kind of took the cake. You know, this is like kind of game changing, and you know, I guess some months down the line, we ended up seeing like some behind the scenes stuff. Was there going on?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, we posted some stuff.
Yeah, that's right, and that was it. It wasn't really much that we saw, but yeah, it was a big deal for us, and we were pretty excited for it. So to be able to finally, you know, get to see this, you know.
Yeah, post-production takes a while, man. It takes a while to finish a movie, even when it's 18 minutes.
Obviously, no spoilers, but I have seen it, and it is,
Hell yeah.
It is amazing. I watched Deadpool 3 a week before I watched this movie, and I chuckled maybe twice. Sorry, Deadpool fans. The moment Dwayne showed up on camera in the movie, I knew this was something special. When the Paramount logo of Steeler Pictures, and yes, Jonas has also seen it, so we won't spoil anything because we want everybody in the world to see this movie. Take us back to the beginning. Where did the idea come from?
Everything starts though with blood stab. Starts with blood stab. You know, we don't make anything without blood stab. But this movie particularly started with John Wick 4. We had me and Reeves Elliott, you know, who made Secret of Cuck Island. He produced this thing, and you know, we made a fuck ton of things together, Were Deer and whatever else stuff. You know, everything I've done with Reeves. And then we see John Wick 4, and we walk out, and we're just hyped, you know, because the movie kicks ass. And then we're just like, what if there was like Dwayne Wick? And we were kind of just joking around a little bit, you know, we're just playing with some ideas, and we were just kind of joking on we talked about the whole subway ride back to our place, which is like 30 more minutes, whatever. And then we just kept texting each other after that. And then it was like, man, this idea isn't that terrible. Like, we were like, it started as a joke, but they're like, man, this is some cool shit. Like, imagine Dwayne can like defend his art. He like goes after people for his art, and then he's like
crazy idea.
Yeah, like independent art.
Idea.
Yeah. And then I was like, well, if I write the script in a day, you know, maybe we'll do it. And I wrote it, and I was like, man, this is kind of awesome. And I said it to Dwayne first, actually, and I was like, Dwayne, would you do this? Would you be down? He was like, I love this. Let's go for it.
I read the script and I accept it.
His only note was they didn't want it to be called Dwayne Wick. And I was like, all right, I'll fix that.
Something else. Something else called Push Your Payback. And that's
Yeah.
good. That's a good
There you
name.
go. So how many titles did y'all go through before you ended up with the one you got?
Just two. I mean, it
Just
was
two?
originally, like I said, it was just Dwayne Wick. And then we were like, the character is still Steeler Wick. So I guess that was like our second title, called Steeler Wick. But then I was like, I wanted to give it like a 90s action movie title. You know, I'm a big Van Damme fan. So I wanted like something that sounded like Hard Target or Hard Boiled or like Face Off or whatever. I wanted something that would kind of.
Totally.
It sounds a little 80s to me because I was born in the 80s and I raised in the 90s. And you know, action movies in the 80s and 90s, they were totally awesome. It was
another level
back in the day.
Yeah.
So there's this guy. He was actually currently doing the stunts for the new Troma movie filming right now. His name is Kyle Davis. He was a former wrestler. I met him at a Troma event 5 years ago, and he was like, man, if you ever need stunts, hit me up. So then when I had this thing, I was like, okay, Dwayne wants to do it. My mom has a backyard. We can just like rehearse in my mom's backyard on Long Island. And I was like, well, who do I get to do stunts? Because I've never filmed action or stunts ever. I'm just always been a fan. And I hit this guy up immediately. I was like, hey, do you want to do it? And then he was like, yeah. So like, I just kept getting this rolling yeses of people that just kept moving the machine going. And then I was like, then we got to my mom's house for the first time, and I was like, wow, we're doing it. We're making this action movie.
What did your mom think of, like, here's Dwayne and all these guys in her backyard just rehearsing action scenes? How did that go?
The first day was fine. I think my mom just took it as like, well, here's just my friends playing in the backyard again. I guess a part of her like misses me running around the backyard with my friends. I'm 30, by the way. So like now my mom's seeing me run around the backyard again. But then the second rehearsal, because the first one was just us figuring it out. You know, like, all right, what can we do? What are the stunts going to be? What is the choreography? But the second rehearsal we did in my mom's backyard, we knew it. We're like, all right, now we have to practice these stunts, like throwing Reeves through the table.
Body's working overtime. It's man against man.
And some other stuff. I won't go through all of it. But so I remember coming in my mom's backyard with the table. My mom was just like, what are you using that for? And I was like, well, I'm going to throw Reeves through it. And then her like freaking out for a second. But then I was like, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's balsa wood. We'll be all right.
Dwayne, tell us about your time rehearsing in the backyard. How was that for you, rehearsing all these stunts and action scenes, buddy?
It was fun. I visited my friend James' house twice. It's a quiet neighborhood. It's a very quiet neighborhood. I really like this neighborhood. I think it's better in the city. He got a pool back there. I mean I haven't gone in the pool for a very long time, but maybe one day about a few days vacation, and I'll do that. But the rehearsal is very good. It was a second rehearsal. Was it a second rehearsal, James?
We did 2 rehearsals in my mom's backyard.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so yes, it was a 2 rehearsal at a past for like one day, and then the next 2 weeks. It was very fun. It was fun. So James give me instruction to do the part 1 or part 2 parts. Going after these opponents one by one in the scenes. So for first I gotta shoot the enemy, and I had to go fight the other enemy, and then the guy. Wrestle or aim another guy, and then fight the other guy, and then the final. My good friend Connor, who's a great actor. He's also from Curse of the Weird Deer. I mean, fantastic.
Curse of the Weird Deer.
You should check it out. James. Another James from the Friendly Mans. Check it out.
I've already seen it twice.
Yeah,
I've
I
seen
worked
it twice.
on it.
Yeah, my brother worked on it too.
Yeah, that's how I know Ben. Yeah, that's how I know.
Yeah, I've
work
already
together.
seen it. Yeah, Ben Johnson sent me the link when I was living in Turkey.
Well,
So,
Ben
yeah.
he's my favorite saxophone player.
Yeah.
I have like his contact photo of him with the saxophone and his shirt off.
So, all right, yeah, Dwayne. So continue. Go ahead, buddy. Sorry to interrupt. Go ahead, buddy.
Okay, so Connor, who played a villain, he was the final boss. For now.
Do you know who you're fucking with?
So yeah, for now. But however, it's a different actor. It's a different actor. Followed up to Connor. 'Cause Connor was doing some other scenes. So we have another person. It was the first rehearsal. It was a first
rehearsal. We had a different person because Connor lives in Boston. He lives pretty far from us. He lives only like 4 or 5 hours away. And so also Where Deer, I remember talking to Ben later about it. He was like, man, I guess he didn't really realize how jacked Connor was. You know, and Where Deer, we put him in a suit and like, you know, scientist jacket the whole time. And I was like, well, we're doing this movie. I was like, I want Connor to show all the guns. You know, that guy works out. Let's fucking put him in leather and just show off the muscles. But he couldn't make the first day. So I have another friend of mine in Long Island who also works out. So I was like, cool. We'll have another muscle guy to kind of bridge the gap a little bit.
He's a good guy. He fits. He's a good guy. Oh, for Christ's sake! Come on, I'm busy right now. my friends my call. You know, I hate prank calls. So anyway, before Connor was involved in the second rehearsal. So we have a first guy doing the final boss. It was a fun film. It was a fun film. So he played a villain. Now here's the thing. What I was thinking, the idea of that villain, the villain personality and the character, because I talked to Connor a few months ago on Instagram messages, and I was the idea of that villain, when he played that villain, he did a fantastic job. He nailed it. And hear me out.
Yeah.
When he combined with 3 other villains, well, let's say 2 of the handsome villains. He was combined with the one of the actor from Scarface from 1983. He was the buddy with Tony Montana. I forgot this actor name.
Tony, that's what I'm gonna tell you, man. I got married to his sister.
Another villain from the Karate Kid Part 3 and Cobra Kai, who played John Silver.
Yeah.
Who played a villain for Part 3, and that was really cool. and the third one, there's a villain from the Linda Blair movie called Street Savage. I think Street Savage or Savage Street. I think Street Savage. I saw that movie years ago. It's a low budget vigilante action film by Linda Blair. That villain, he has a scar where his eye. But I say to myself, that's a vicious character. But we want the character more good looking, more muscle, more handsome, and more kind of arrogant, more arrogant that he's the final boss.
Okay, so sir, you want to fudge with me? You're fudge, you the best. Wanna play with? Say hello to my little friend. Take that, you cockroaches.
So when Connor played that character, he fucking nailed it.
Yeah. Now I want to talk about the script, James. Okay. So, portrait of Payback. So Connor takes the photo of Cindy Colin, and that's where the whole story evolves around. Where did you get the idea of using the painting story?
Well, that's where I just kind of ripped off John Wick. I mean, it was like, well, instead of killing his puppy, what if they still do what's important to Dwayne, and that's his art, And then it was the idea of like, well, now Dwayne is like, because also today, it's a big conversation with AI and like, stealing art and stuff like that. And it was like, well, now literally having Dwayne defend art from AI, like literally having him
Exactly.
going after the people who are
Exactly.
literally stealing it, trying to put it into a computer base, and he's gonna go there and fight for his art and protect everyone's art.
Exactly, because in the real world, AI has become a complete copycat disaster, stealing people's art and photos and trying to make something that is the new century. It's bullshit. It's really bullshit. I'm a real artist. I'm a real artist, and
Real
there's
artist.
a real artist who
Totally.
draw the free hands. Free hands.
Roll the dice. Heads for a plate.
Not
Did you guys see the poster that Dwayne made for the movie?
Oh, I believe we did. Do you have it with you,
Yeah,
Nick
I got it. I
Steele?
got it right here.
All right, let's see it. Let's
And
see
it's
it.
not an AI. This is not
Made
an
by-
AI. This is the real deal right there.
No AI here, man.
Oh,
Whoa.
shit. That's the real deal right there.
Wow.
Look at that.
Yeah, that looks amazing. Oh my God, Dwayne, this is a beautiful art. I love that. Yeah, Dwayne just looks badass in that. Oh my God.
Yeah. I love it, Dwayne.
Dwayne, you kind of look like Shaft in that.
Want to hear the real truth? I have another friend of mine named Charleston that I look like the late actor from Blackula. For one of Blackula horror movie. I wish I was like him, but I'm not like 6 or 7 feet tall or like 225 pounds or muscular. If I was, hey, maybe they should do a fan film of Blackula. I don't think I'll do that. I still got the mustache, but
You should.
to tell the truth, I'm not like the actor. God rest his soul. But William Marshall, the late William Marshall, God rest his soul, was a great actor, and when he played Blackula, he was great. He was great playing that villain.
So Dwayne, when it came to like your wardrobe, did you pick what you were gonna wear for the movie, or did some of the guys on set, or maybe James, give any pointers or suggestions for what you would wear for certain scenes?
Well, number one, I have my own jacket. I have this jacket for a long time, but
The
I'm
signature jacket. That's
but
right.
I still keep it whatever I choose. So I brought my own jacket, bring with me. That's number one. Number two, James has some other plain spikes.
Yeah, how to make those, because you can't just get rubber gauntlet spikes on the internet, and I can't have Dwayne without spikes, so I had to buy rubber gauntlets, and then I had to go to a weird dog fetish website that I found to get these like rubber spikes. I can't remember the name of it. It had a funny name in the website, but I had to go to this dog fetish website to get these like silver like rubber spikes to be able to put into the rubber gauntlets that Dwayne wears.
Go ahead. So now, all right. So when Dwayne showed up on set in his wardrobe, like, was everybody on set like, "Fuck yeah"?
So like it was the first we did. I was like, let's make this real Hollywood. Let's go get like do a test photos and stuff like that. Like costume test photos. So we go to test it for the first day, and I friggin' forgot the tie that I had gotten, and Dwayne forgot his jacket. I was like, all right, we're gonna do these photos anyway. We took all these awesome, badass photos. I'll send it to you guys later. But then we did a real, like a costume rehearsal one time in the same basement that we were filming in, because it's my friend's basement. Shout out to my friend Seb, he let me use his basement. And so that the first time seeing Dwayne finally, like, yeah, it felt awesome. We were like, whoa, this is a superhero that just came into the room right now. It's like, Superman just walked on set in full costume, and like, oh shit, yeah, now we really are making this movie. And I remember we did some pickup shots, like the very last shot in the movie, and the stuff where Dwayne's walked through the city. We had shot that all in the same day, like a couple months later. And we had some friends of ours staying on our couch. They're friends of my old roommates. I just met them. They've never met Dwayne before. And Dwayne's getting dressed to go film the last scene in the suit. They come into the living room, Dwayne comes out of the bathroom, full just Steeler wick out, and it's just like awesome. Like, you know, it just they were like, whoa! It just everyone was just like, oh shit, man, this is Steeler works here. Everyone would be on their toes.
So I remember we saw that Dwayne had his getup, and the spikes were the first thing James and I noticed. We're like, he's wearing the fucking spikes.
Yeah, I couldn't.
He's
not
got
do
to
it,
have
man.
the spikes. He has to have them. But I love it. You know, it's like a John Wick meets Blade sort of like
Yeah,
vibe
and
and
you know,
getup.
too,
Yes, that's correct.
you know, shout out to our good friend, me and Dwayne's, probably you guys too, John Brennan.
Well, the big bad wolf is gonna huff and he'll puff and he'll blow your house in. He killed me, Rusty.
When I first started at Troma, because John's the one who introduced me to Dwayne, of course, and he was like, man, I always wanted to make this really low budget version of Blade where I can have Dwayne do it and like do the blood rave. And so like that like little like nugget has like sat in my brain since I started Shitstorm 6 years ago. And then when I got to this thing, I was like, well, I gotta give Dwayne the katana and like, you know, fulfill that bladeness that we talked about like 6 years ago.
I picked that up immediately when I saw that.
We even did one of the photos that we took. We did the cover of Blade 2. Did you remember that, Dwayne, with the sword?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, just all around, the movie is so exciting. Like, I loved it so much.
That's
It
awesome.
is. I'm sorry, Dwayne, but this is my favorite project you've ever been in, Dwayne.
Steeler wick. I thought the wolf was retired. Do you know this man's?
Dwayne, you are so good. When Cindy, like, okay, let's talk about the beginning part.
Yeah.
So,
I gotta say, my favorite parts of the movie are the dramatic moments.
Me too.
Totally.
Or then the action stuff's amazing. You know, it kicks ass. But I was not expecting this dramatic performance from Dwayne. That really sells.
Man.
I loved those flashback sequences. they were awesome.
Dwayne, when you were like, no, and also I love that there's people walking behind you guys. What was that like filming? Like you guys were this was guerrilla style.
Yeah.
So what was that like?
Honestly, fine. Nobody. Shout out to New York City, where people who don't give a shit, and we just sat on this bridge, and I was like, Dwayne, when you yell, just do like a silent yell, because I really wanted. Because for one, I didn't want him just yelling, you know, in a public space, but also like they had to all be selling in the face because there was going to be no audio anyway. So the fact that when Dwayne just gives that long silent yell and it's all in the face that's selling the emotion, it's just
more like a silent film. It's more like a silent film. I had to when I play the character, I had to bring the pain and the tears out when I lost a loved one.
Sure.
Of what she was part of my life, and that's bring my my heart and sorrow of loss. Lost someone, or what I love.
Yeah, James, how did you? Obviously, Dwayne understands drama very well. So when you were filming these dramatic scenes, as Jonas referred to, the flashback stuff, like what was?
Yeah.
Let's delve into those.
I mean, it was just that's the crutch of the movie, and that was so. Unlike also the rest of the movie, that was another pickup day. We did 2 pickup days. So we filmed Dwayne walk through the city. Then we were like, all right, we'll do the flashback scenes. And that's just me, Dwayne, and Sydney. Reeves was there. And actually, the flashback scenes of them, they're awesome, incredibly erotic lovemaking. That's actually Reeves' apartment, because shout out to Reeves, who still has all these swords on his wall and like stars and blood splatter because he filmed a college movie in his living room 10 years ago and never cleaned it. So you still have all these like awesome, set decorated there. And that was a lot of fun. We had to push it back by like a week because it was raining one time. And yeah, shout out to Sydney, who just came through. Like both of them are just so awesome to work with, because I just got to give like 2 notes of direction of like, hey, can you guys, so also the park we filmed in is Domino Park, and you can kind of turn anywhere in that park to see a different part of Manhattan. So it was like, let's face the bridge here. All right, you guys be cute and do some fun stuff. And they would like giggle at each other, whatever. Then we move over to like the center, and then we go this way. And it was so straightforward and easy, man. We shot for like maybe 5 hours and just fucking breezed right by. You know, such a blast.
So, did y'all run into any troubles at any point on set? What kind of stuff were y'all dealing with on a regular basis?
So weirdly, not a lot of trouble. It's probably why I liked working on this so much. Because the same thing, I was trying to make other stuff, and I kept hitting roadblocks. And you know, I work in a lot of indie movies, so I deal with a lot of crazy stuff. And I remember when we made Bloodstab, man, it was 12 hours. It was such a blast. We just moved, we finished the thing, and it was over. And that's what made me want to make this movie. So I was like, all right, we can kind of be that machine again. And it was 2 days. It was long. My initial plan did change. We were going to film the entire fight scene in 1 day and then do the park stuff and stuff with Brendan on the second day. But as the first day was moving, like we finally got to Connor's bits, we were like, man, we're hitting almost 13 hours right now. Dwayne's getting tired. We're in a very hot basement. I think that was also the definitely the hardest part was the basement had no AC and we had one fan. And normally too, you know, when you're making movies, the sound guy always tells you to shut the fan off because, you know, he makes all the noise or whatever. But I purposely kept the fan on because I was like, we're all going to die. And I was like, well, I'm a sound guy. I'll fucking get rid of it in post. Like, I'll figure it out. Like, I think I can figure it out. And I did, even though everyone also yelled at me on set being like, well, you're a sound guy. You got a fan going. I was like, I got it. Don't worry about it. I'll figure it out. So that was definitely the hardest because, yeah, Dwayne was getting tired. It was super sweaty. You know, it's definitely started to smell a little bad. And then the shout out to my friend Sebi, whose basement that was, let us come back the second day so we can kind of finish up and do some stuff. But that was about it. I mean, we also did run out of water for a little bit, but that's because we had left the water at my place and I had lived down the street, so someone had to go pick it up. And then we got free lunch too because I had ordered lunch and Uber kind of fucked me initially. The driver just didn't pick it up. And then I had my other friend, Andrew Ramallo, who's in the movie. He's one of Brendan's goons. He's the big guy, the big bald guy. And he picked up lunch, and then he picked it up at the place because Uber gave me a refund. I got the whole lunch for free that day. So
oh, nice.
That was like most of like the problems we ran into, but nothing like, you know, nothing crazy. Nobody was ever mad at each other. It's why I love working with Dwayne. Yeah. And I always say this all the time, man, because everyone's in the best mood when they're hanging out with Dwayne. Like, we did Cook Island. Not that movie also was difficult. It really wasn't. It was a good time. But towards the end of it, we're shooting that whole movie over a year on weekends. And then we got to, like, towards the end of that summer, I was getting, like, tired, getting a little annoyed. But then we filmed the scene with Dwayne for 2 days. And I was like, I can make this movie for the next 100 days. Like, I don't care anymore. And that's what it is. It's like hanging out with Dwayne on set. It just, he brings a certain energy and awesomeness that everyone wants to kind of step up their game and just be awesome.
And I just want to say it right now, Dwayne, but I want to challenge you in the sequel. You know, I want to be the tiger. You know, where it's like, who can stop a wolf? And then and John Brennan's gonna slap his hand and go, call him the tiger. You know, like wearing sunglasses, and I'm like, tiger smashes wolf, and then like have like those 80s revenge story plots like, oh, that main bad guy was my long lost brother, we grew up in an orphanage together and I'm revenging his death, you know, something ridiculous and stupid like that. But
that'll be great because the James, Reese, and I will talk about the sequel, and we'll love to do the sequel that Steeler Wish, go on a war to take out all those gangs, and perhaps you could be part of.
Yeah, we love you.
We'd love to have you to join.
Yeah, I get
one of those goons.
Yeah, I would love Jonas too. You know, you need more handsome guys in the movies. You know, we got that women appeal, so Jonas has got that too. I had this vision of the sequel opening. Okay, check it out. There's a pool. Jonas is standing by the pool, right? And Jonas, he's cutie boy. They call him cutie boy, right? So it's like slow, dark music. So there's like a shot of Jonas's back, right? Jonas gets a phone call. And it's like, it's John Brennan on the phone going like, cutie boy, so you got to take out the wolf. Cutie boy hangs up the phone, takes out the glasses. He walks, opens up the door, and then there's a cage, right? And then so in the cage is me. And then Cutie boy picks up the phone and he goes, "The tigers are going to be loose tonight."
Hey, you know something?
Pretty good. That's pretty good.
James, that would be a great idea. Tell Derek.
I just want Jonas's pacing so it films his feet as he's walking, like something serious is about to go down. There's like girls in bikinis in the background, and Jonas is like, "You guys gotta go. Shit's gonna go down tonight." And then so like there's like, you know, you hear me like, you know, like this, like, and then Jonas like picks up the phone. He's like, "Cutie boy, you got it?" And so yeah, I can hear John Brennan say it too, like, "Cutie boy, got it." And
John Brennan's
like,
funny. John Brennan's
like,
funny.
"The wolf will die tonight," and then cuts to like the cage shaking, and then so cuts to Dwayne Steeler. He just finished the battle. He's into the wolf, right? So he walked down Central Park. You know, he's got the memories of Cindy Cole in there, like flashbacks, more flashbacks, and then like, you know, then the cutie boy's in the background. Like he goes, like, "He's here," and then so then like opens up the backseat of the door, and I come charging at him, and then Dwayne has those gauntlets, you know, and then like we can battle out.
Big battle ensues.
Yeah, right.
That's a good story. That's a good script. That is a good script. I like that.
You know what would be funny? Is that, you know, there's still some girls that still stuck around that didn't flee, so they're, you know, in the middle of this.
It's just girls in bikinis.
This blonde, they're screaming and trying to run away and shit.
No, John, hear me out. Me, James, and Reed, we were talking about the sequel, and we should have some other two female fighters.
Yeah, you need some more females.
Going against me. Those females going on against me. But hear me out. Hear me out. Well, those two hot girls, they want to make out with me. I'm gonna say I got no time for this. I had no time for this, but they insist. So they insist to grab me, and they had time to make out with me. So you know what? So you know what? So you know what? I just can't resist. But I just think about my dead girlfriend, and suddenly I decide to fight them. I decided to fight them because Steeler doesn't want that. He doesn't want it. That's not his style. So I fight one of those two girls, but one of the girls go crazy. The one of the girl will go crazy. She'll stick a tongue out, and I had to knock her out and put her to sleep.
And James, that could be the build-up to the tiger fight. You know what I mean? Like, the main villain, you gotta have these little fights between to build up to the tiger fight. You know?
Yeah, I'm gonna say, hell yeah.
You don't know that cutie boy, aka Jonas, sent the girls to go get the wolf.
Trap because they're, you know, attractive ladies.
Yeah, I love
James,
it.
you have to make the sequel.
Hear me out. There's gonna be two major villains I'm gonna be fighting with. First it will be Cutie Boy. I mean, I like that name. I mean, James, one question. What do you think about that? What do you think about that name? Jonas gonna play Cutie Boy as the tiger. What do you think about that?
I think Jonas is in better shape than me, so maybe Jonas should be the tiger.
James Boy, what do you think about Jonah who played the cutie tiger? What do you think, George?
The cutie tiger.
Yeah.
That'll be the third sequel.
Yeah.
After you killed the main tiger, then I got to take on his legacy.
So Dwayne, I'll be honored. Let me get into character as the tiger. Let me do a screen test for you guys. All right. So this is Zoom, so it's gonna cut out. So I do got to stand up. All right.
Okay,
So
go ahead.
all right. So this is when Jonas calls me, right? So I'm gonna be like.
You got the energy.
The wolf is dead. You know, and then be like, Steeler, I grew up with you in an orphanage or something like
Yeah.
that.
And I'll be like, all right, simmer down, all right, simmer down. I'll be throwing you some Reese's cups through the cage to calm you down. I got like 30 keys on my chain to like unlock you.
You and Steeler
All
from the
right,
same
simmer down.
heavy metal orphanage.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So I don't know. So Dwayne, how was my screen test? Was it bad?
Not bad for the moment. Not bad for the moment, Jonah will pop it up with his energy. What his character what about to do and his personality. Now, like I was saying about two main villains. Not only John Brennan, but two major villains I'll be fighting with. First will be Kelly Prime. Kelly Prime because yes, my good friend Kelly. She was in the cameo portrait Payback, and we will definitely have her in a part 2 sequel that I will be fighting with her.
Yeah, exactly. I definitely need to get Kelly in there because we said earlier we need more females. I didn't like with portrait Payback. A lot of people were like, "Can I be in this? Can I do this?" And I was like, "Well, I only got like 5 roles, and I already casted with all my friends that I have already." But then after we shot it, I was like, "Oh yeah, we don't really got much females in this." So the next one, I want to do a lot more just badass females.
Yeah, so we need 3 females actresses to be in the sequel. Because I think it will be a great idea to have the 3 female villains to fight against Steeler Wick. Me.
Well, James, take our idea and replace Jonas and I with females, and then you're all set.
If it happens when James and Derek finish the script, I will love to have Jonah to be part in the sequel.
Oh, not me, just Jonas, Dwayne.
You could also be in it. You also could be in this, so we'll find the character role to you to play one of those villains. We need some villains that go after Steeler Wick that I can go fight them.
There is a script written by Derek Johnson and our other buddy Joe.
Oh, Derek Woodrow Johnson. Yeah, Derek Woodrow Johnson. Yeah, I know him
we
too.
wrote
it
together a couple months ago. It's called Portrait of Parabellum.
Oh,
that's a secret.
Preparing for war,
Yeah. So, Jonas, would you like to see a sequel to this? And would you star in it, Jonas, if you had the chance?
Oh, dude, I would be honored to star in anything with y'all.
That
would be awesome.
James will keep you posted, and come down to New York, and we'll get down to business and film production.
If you guys are willing to take a few bumps,
James, I will die as long as Dwayne kills me with the blade. You know what I mean? Like, that would be the only concern is Dwayne must kill me with the blade.
Yeah. You gotta die by Dwayne's sword.
Here's the thing, not on this sword because here's the thing, in the sequel, I'm gonna be doing some more moves and some killing moves. Not on this sword. We'll never use the sword. So maybe some other submission like the sleeper hold of a cover crush, or also deadly martial art deadly moves that no one had ever seen before. I've been watching a lot of movie when I was a kid.
So you guys you wrote the script, you made this incredible feature short film, which is awesome, and you guys had its first premiere a few weeks ago. Can you guys talk about? It was
like a secret screening, there wasn't the official premiere. It's just that I had just finished it, like literally finished it 2 days before, and people were going off to do the new Trauma movie, and Trauma's Punishment that's happening right now. So I was like, all right, I got like a 2-day gap to like play this for everyone who's worked on this movie. So I set it up like super fast, like literally hit up this one bar that I knew that had a projector, and I was like, hey, can we just play this real quick before, because they were doing, you got the Texas Chainsaw poster in the back. This bar was playing Texas Chainsaw, so they had like a thing already set up. So I was like, hey, can I just like play this, before you play Texas Chainsaw? And they let us do it. And like we packed out the whole bar within like a 2-day notice. Like I said, like I did not plan plan for it at all, and people just showed up. My favorite reaction, and it's not totally a spoiler, but when Connor starts punching Dwayne, and it kind of cuts to those flashbacks, someone yelled in the audience. They were like, "He punches so hard," and that made me laugh.
How was the reception of the audience there?
Well, fortunately, it was also a lot of people who worked on the movie and my friends. So it was, I already kind of felt like I already won the audience over before I got there. But it was like, yeah, everyone was just ecstatic. People kept buying me drinks all night. Like, I love hearing people howl when they see it. It's like truly just magic. And, this thing, I just made it. I didn't make this as any idea that it was going to be anything. Like, I just wanted to make it because I wanted to see it. I want to make Dwayne look awesome, and so the fact that it has any love this way is like crazy to me. So crazy that you guys are sitting here telling me how much you love it. I just made it just to make a thing and just to make Dwayne look cool.
James, you got to make a sequel. That's it. You just have to make the sequel.
No.
You got to do it. We need to go into, you guys have something really big coming up for this movie coming up, and you got the what's it called? The Urban Action.
It's a long title. Yeah, it's like the International Urban Action Film Festival. I think it's like the full title. It's a long title. But yeah, it's I just Googled the festival not too long ago, like back at the beginning of the summer. To see what was if action festivals are a thing, because for me, I've always worked in horror. Basically everything I've ever done is horror. So all the festivals I know, all the people I know, it's just always horror festival, which is great. But then I was like, now I'm making an action movie. Does action festivals exist? Like that's like now like this new thing. And then I found this festival, the Urban Action Film Festival, and it seemed really cool. It seemed big, and it said Times Square on it. They'll play in Times Square, and I was like, all right, hopefully we submitted it. And this is a note to like anybody out there making anything, dude. So yeah, most short films if you're making a short film, it should be 15 minutes long. That's always your goal. And when I first finished this thing, a bunch of people told me, we're just like 18 minutes, man. That's too long. Festivals are just not gonna accept that in any way. But then after we played it too at Medusa's, I was like, I don't know, maybe there's bits I can cut out, but I'm just like cutting it to cut it. I'm not like, the pace is there, the story is there. So I submitted it 2 days before the late deadline of this festival. So the deadline's already passed. It's a late deadline. 2 days before that deadline ends, in an 18.5-minute short film, I don't know anybody at this festival, just submitted it blindly, and they fucking accepted it, which is so wild, man. It's gonna play at a Regal in Times Square, which is so surreal. It's so cool, like a real cinema. Dwayne, man, you're gonna be in a fucking huge theatrical cinema. That's crazy. That's so wild.
I know when you sent me a message, I was kind of shocked that fans will not accept it, but I was kind of so shocked that they accepted it.
And are you guys the Last Dragon fans at all?
Oh yeah. I've seen it. It's
celebrating
awesome
The Last Dragon, and I love that movie. So I was like, what? Portrait of Payback gets to celebrate with The Last Dragon, the Warriors, and
it's like headlining, right?
Yeah, it's so sick.
Yeah, it is. I mean, the Warriors, cult classic, one of the best.
I would say they're both cult classics, man. Even The Last Dragon's really good.
About the power of the glow.
Yeah, and I think both the Warriors are going to be there too. I think they're doing like 2 cats like commentary screenings, which is super cool. So yeah, to have Payback, and I said I made it just to make it, dude. Like this is the only festival that I submitted to. Like I don't like festivals. I don't really care. Like I don't like to spend money for someone to judge my movie and tell me it sucks, or not even tell me anything and not accept it. Or I don't care about awards or anything like that. I just wanted to make a movie where Dwayne just looks fucking awesome. Something I want to watch because I love action movies. So
it's all about,
for these people to pick it.
It's about independent cinema of art, not glamorous or being mainstream or get attention with good looks, trying to be a pretty boy, trying to get into Hollywood. Sure. No, that's not how it works. And besides, I am not the mayor of Maxine. No, I am not the male Maxine. Like, I'm a star. I mean, I'm a star. I'm better than you, and you know it. No. Hear me out. Don't be somebody that you want to become better than Michael Douglas or Steven Spielberg or Joe, whatever this guy name again from Batman Robin. It doesn't matter.
Joel Schumacher.
Yeah. Don't think with the narrative that you want to be famous, you want to get more money, you want to go to Hollywood, you want to be the A-list, you want to get more girls, you want to get more drugs and high and waste a lot of money. You want to be and want to be God, because that is wasted. That's wasting their own life with these.
I mean, I definitely still want more girls.
Yeah,
right.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
That's the thing, but that's not my thing. That's not my thing.
Yeah.
All I want to do is to do some acting, be an independent cinema, support independent cinema of art, bring that genre back to the roots, to the good people around in the Northeast, in New York, and New Jersey, and Boston, or Connecticut, or Chicago. We want to bring these underground back to the roots and give the people back what they grew up watching back in the old days.
We're bringing Grindhouse back to Times Square.
Exactly. And we're taking over Times Square, bringing the Grindhouse back to the roots where they started a long time ago.
Well, Jonas, man, do you have any last things you want to say to these gentlemen?
Just really glad to finally meet you, James. I mean,
nice to meet you too.
Love what you do, man. And it's a lot of fun to talk about this and relive these things, especially whenever I watch that movie again today.
Hell yeah, dude.
No, yeah. I mean, it's been a blast, dude. Seriously. Thanks for coming on.
Oh, that's awesome. I love it. Thank you.
Yeah, well, hey, Dwayne, look, man, good to see you again. We love the movie. We love the project. We think everybody should go out and see this movie.
Yeah.
And guys, this has been so much fun. James, nice to meet you.
Nice
According
to meet
to
you,
Dwayne,
James.
I can't be in the sequel because Dwayne doesn't want me to be in the sequel. So it's
I didn't say that. Come on.
I'm just kidding.
I didn't say that. I said I want you to be part of the sequel, to play one of John Brennan's henchmen.
I would love it, and yes, absolutely, Dwayne. And I would be honored to be killed by you. You know what I mean? I would be so honored.
What's up, everybody? Of course, today this thing wanted to freeze, but we're good. We're here, man. I know, and so this is our last live stream for the summer. Hey, man, initially this was going to be a fun bit, making everyone watch this shitty car movie.
Potatoes are great.